Is it the end of physical media? With Sony's recent decision to end physical discs going forward in 2028, a lot of people on the internet have been speaking about if physical media is coming to an end. Is this the start of the end? And these are my personal thoughts on it as someone who has fun collecting physical media such as DVDs and games. Now, for starters, I'd like to say that this definitely isn't the beginning of the end. This has started for a while now. What I think has happened is that it's finally hit home for a large group of people. I mean, as a child, I used to collect a lot of DVDs. I would buy DVDs with my brother every Friday, as that was the norm for people in Jamaica, where I am from. But then, as we grew up and streaming services such as Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime, Hulu, whatever you watch on, as those started to get more popular, a lot of people started to watch their series and their movies on these platforms. What that led to was a decrease in sales for DVDs, and therefore people stopped selling them. And if people stopped selling them, people stopped buying them. Now, when we stopped buying them, the studios stopped making DVDs as often. Why? Because there was no longer a demand for it. The thing is, today I've recently gotten back into buying DVDs, and what I find is that major movies or major series that are popular still get DVD releases. The thing is, not every series or movie gets it anymore, only those that are in demand. So I believe this is actually the direction that Sony may take after the recent backlash. They may end up only making certain titles, their big titles, like let's say a new God of War game or even GTA 6, whatever major game is out, may get a physical release, while any other minor title that really isn't like as big will only get a digital release, similar to what happens with DVDs currently or even vinyls. Because as you know, record players, people still use them, despite the fact that they're very outdated. People still use them, and major artists or major songs that are very popular will still get a vinyl. So I believe that is the real direction that Sony will end up going in, just to avoid as much backlash as they've been getting. But my thoughts on if this is like the end, what does this mean for other forms of media? What does this mean for other game studios? For studios like Nintendo, my preferred studio, I don't believe they will be going digital. Why? Because I feel like Nintendo users have always enjoyed collecting the physical cartridges. Like as a child, I can remember blowing into the cartridge and stuff like that just for it to work. I feel like for them, it's a part of their experience. But for those of you who don't use Nintendo and you use like PlayStation, I would just urge you guys to appreciate what you have. There's still millions of games that came out on the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, and even the 5, that have physical discs. And you guys have not played through all of those for sure. So continue to just buy those, collect those, and enjoy them while they last. So even if in the future they go fully digital, you'll still be able to appreciate and enjoy what you have. And that's my main thought on physical media. Enjoy what you have. For instance, I have this DVD here for How to Train Your Dragon, because How to Train Your Dragon is my favorite film of all time. So I got the DVD for it because it was available, right? The thing is, there are other movies that I enjoy that don't have a DVD. And I could be sad about this, but I simply have to appreciate the fact that I do have a way to technically still watch them. And a movie like How to Train Your Dragon, luckily it got a DVD, so I'm able to enjoy it in the way I like. And I think that's what we'll all end up having to do. Just appreciating what we have, appreciating the physical media that we do have, and accepting that the ones that aren't physical, we have a way to enjoy them. And even if it isn't our preferred way, at least we have a way. So if you're interested in more content like this, feel free to subscribe. And if you made it this far, be sure to leave a like and a comment.